I'm the gifted one.
And I'm Lijah, aka Baby Terminator.
And that's the Baby Terminator. I want to thank anyone and everyone for tuning in. Please don't forget to hit that
like button and subscribe button and the notification bell.
Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you guys can get alerted when we drop new content. So today, we're going to be talking about Monday Night Raw and recapping on what happened on Monday Night Raw. First off, the show kicks off and Drew McIntyre is out addressing the Monday Night Messiah for the actions that the Monday Night Messiah did to him last week on curb stomping him out on the end of the show. So now, Drew is out there getting ready to propose the challenge to the Monday Night Messiah, and he rudely gets interrupted by Zelina Vega and her cronies, Angel Garza and Austin Theory. So they kind of try to get his attention. You know, he's distracted for a split second, and he starts to kind of engage with them a little bit, and out of nowhere, El Idolo Andrade attacks him from behind. But he cuts that short, ends up claymoring him, putting him down. Zelina tries to encourage Angel Garza and Austin Theory to kind of go in there and help him as Drew McIntyre is beating him down. But to no avail, they're kind of scared of Drew McIntyre. He's a little beast. So they did not enter the ring whatsoever. They end up taking him back, you know, to lick his wounds like a beaten puppy. And that's how they start off the show. Pretty good start in my opinion. So then we first have Alistair Black and Austin Theory. Now, as everybody's aware, Alistair Black and Zelina Vega, they're already married couple in real life. But, you know, they have to portray that they don't know each other on TV. So, Alistair Black comes out there and Austin Theory, and they're having a great match. It's a back and forth match. I feel as though that the kid Austin Theory got a little bit the better side of Alistair during the middle of the match. You know, hitting him with some stupendous moves, hits him with some type of inverted neck breaker off of his shoulders or whatnot, and has him in the setup move right there for the neck breaker. But to no avail, Alistair ends up hitting him with the black mass, lights out for your boy All Day Theory. So he sends him packing. Then we have the upstart facing Shayna Baszler. This upstart that we have, her name is Indy Hartwell. In my opinion, I don't think they should have put Miss Hartwell against the Queen of Spades. I mean, shouldn't have put her in there in the ring with Shayna. Shayna's a little bit too much for her to handle. Pummels her all over the ring, you know, beats her down ferociously. Actually ends up kicking her in the arm the same way that she did to Sarah Logan and injuring Sarah Logan last week. But this girl Hartwell, you know, she tried what she could do, but she couldn't really do anything. Shayna goes, after she wins the match, goes get a ladder, take her outside of the ring, kind of puts her in between the ladder and the steel steps, puts her arm in there to kind of further injure her arm, and viciously kicks her in the arm, injuring the girl's arm. So as far as her being an upstart, having her first match on Raw, I mean, the girl Hartwell, my heart goes out to her because she got beat up bad. Fully formed tag team of Ricochet and Cedric Alexander. They were going up against the guy Shane Thorn and Brandon Vink. They're from NXT. They're an upstart tag team from NXT. They came out, you know, they showed what they were worth. They was kind of beating on Ricochet a little bit, you know, tossing him in and out of the ring. The guy, Thorn, I believe his name is, went to set Ricochet up for like a crucifix kind of razor's edge type of maneuver. And Ricochet ended up kind of reversing it to a Hurricanrana. And then his tag team partner, Vink, was in the ring also with Alexander, giving him them European uppercuts, vicious European uppercuts. I mean, they're a pretty strong tag team, the guy, Thorn and Vink. But to no avail, they're not better than Ricochet and Alexander. They get the win. They pick up the victory. I believe that this is a good push for the both of them, for Cedric and Ricochet. Because Ricochet's career was kind of flatlining after his match with Brock Lesnar, because he really got squashed. You know, when he first came in with Alistair Black, they were a hot tag team. They seemed to be unstoppable, unbeatable. It looked like they were going to make a run for the championships. But to no avail, they didn't end up winning the championship at all. Kind of got split up, so now they're doing singles competition, and Ricochet is now back as a tag team. But we'll see what they have in store for Ricochet and Alexander. I believe with the right push, with the right booking, those guys could be phenomenal. And one day they could be tag team champions. Tag team champion Kyrie Singh. And it's a rematch actually from last week against the Irresistible Force, Nia Jax. I believe Nia Jax, this time around after she came back from her double knee surgery, I believe that they should give her a well-deserved push. Give her a run at the females title for Raw. And just have her dominate. I mean, she's big, she's strong, she's intimidating, she's imposing. So, I mean, I don't think there's another woman on the roster that can actually go toe-to-toe with Nia Jax. So, you know, I felt bad for Kyrie. She kind of set up a little bit of offense during the middle of the match because it seemed like Nia kind of tweaked her knee, you know, one of the surgically repaired knees. But she got her composure. After Kyrie gave her some offense and ended up putting her in the Samoan drop,
Yep.
beating her. And what you got going on right there, buddy? Who's victorious?
Nia Jax.
Nia Jax is victorious, as the baby Terminator stated. So then we have a Money in the Bank qualifying match between MVP and Apollo Cruz. Now, Apollo Cruz's career has been a little stagnated. I don't think that the guys in the back really know what to do with him. I mean, when he first came out, he kind of reminded me a little bit of Ahmed Johnson. Those of you who followed wrestling during the Attitude Era and stuff like that. We had a wrestler named Ahmed Johnson. He has pretty similar build and everything like that, like Ahmed, but Ahmed wasn't as athletic and acrobatic as Apollo is. So kudos to Apollo. He went in there to give MVP everything he can handle. I mean, he hit MVP with everything but the kitchen sink. He hit him with spine busters, multiple standing moonstar presses, and he looked really, really great. You know, Monday night on his match. You know, for the time that they've been using him and how they were booking him, I believe Apollo has a potential to be a singles champion. Whether, you know, if they don't give him a run at the heavyweight championship, if they give him the IC belt would be good in my opinion. If they give him the US championship, you know, those titles right there, if they want to keep him as a mid-carder, I believe those belts right there will be good to put at least one of those belts around that man's waist.
Yep.
And he ended up hitting him with the push-off drop power bomb to pick up the victory and move on to qualify for Money in the Bank. So Apollo Cruz moves on. Of Liv Morgan and Ruby Riot. As everybody's aware, Ruby came back from double shoulder surgery. She had got injured a little while ago, and they were a actual trio called the Riot Squad. You know, for those of you who aren't familiar, it was Ruby Riot, Liv Morgan, and Sarah Logan. Ruby had made her debut back from injury when Liv was actually in a feud with Lana, and you know, she kind of came in and gave Liv this false sense of security that she was there to give her support. Liv was actually ecstatic to see her friend, and she kind of double-crossed her, ended up hitting her. So now we have this match, and it's kind of good that this match took place so that way we can actually see Liv perform and actually get a big victory, in my opinion. They were back and forth, hitting the ropes, you know, hitting each other with moves, vicious attacks by both. But in the end, Liv ended up hitting Ruby with the flatliner and picking up the victory. So we have another qualifying match, which is Rey Mysterio and the Disciple Buddy. I don't know why he changed his name, Buddy Murphy, you know, Murphy, Buddy, whatever. But Rey Mysterio's a legend. You know, Rey Mysterio deserves everything that he gets throughout his career. I mean, he's proven himself time and time again. But this was actually a great match as well, guys. It was non-stop action, high-flying moves. You got Oreos all in your teeth, buddy. Stop. Close your mouth. So, yeah, it was back and forth action, guys. You know, everybody thought that Buddy Murphy was going to pick up the victory, but in my opinion, you can never count Rey Mysterio out because everybody's seen Rey Mysterio come back from getting annihilated. I mean, this man has been through a lot of battles in his career. Buddy Murphy hit him with a trifecta of moves where he ended up hitting him with the brain buster and everything like that, thinking he was going to pick up the victory. But to no avail, he was not able to pick up the victory. Rey kind of suffered a minor injury to one of his fingers that kind of gave Buddy the upper hand throughout the match. But Rey was still able to hit the 619 and hit him with a dime drop frog splash. You know, in memory of Eddie Guerrero, that's why he does the frog splash, because that was his boy. They were brothers, not real brothers, but they were brothers in wrestling, and they had a really tight bond. So Rey does the frog splash, you know, to give Eddie a tribute and, you know, just to keep his memory alive, which I think is a great thing. You know what I mean? You really don't see people, you know, paying homage to a friend, a falling friend, or, you know, but it's just good to see. Moving on. Then we have the Queen, the NXT Women's Champion, Charlotte Flair, against Kayden Carter from NXT. Kayden Carter's a jump start from NXT now. I believe with a little bit more time, Kayden will be a phenomenal performer. But as of right now, I don't think she's ready to be in the ring with the Queen. Charlotte comes out the gate, hits her with a big boot, drops her, kind of starts like playing with her, you know, showing her dominance over Kayden Carter. And I mean, Kayden Carter does, you know, mount a little bit of offense. She ends up putting Charlotte in some type of like Widow's Peak grab, something that it reminds me of the move that AJ Lee used to do when AJ Lee was wrestling.
It was the Black Widow.
The Black Widow. Thank you. Let me get some. Bam. The Black Widow, like the baby Terminator stated. Yeah, that was a move that AJ Lee used to use as well, but Charlotte was able to power out of that and eventually put Kayden Carter in the figure eight. Moving on, next victim for Charlotte.
Figure four.
Yeah, she puts her in the figure four, then she turns versus the figure four into the figure eight. That's her move, the figure eight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Picking up the victory over Kayden Carter, again showing her dominance as the NXT Women's Champ. Let's see who they're going to have face Charlotte next. I mean, Rhea, I believe that her title reign shouldn't have ended that fast or that soon. But then again, you know, with the brands expanding, you know, NXT becoming its own brand, Raw being the flagship, SmackDown being another brand, I believe they just want to have a little bit more star power on NXT because, as you guys are well aware, NXT competes with AEW, All Elite Wrestling, Dynamite on Wednesdays, so I guess it's probably maybe a ratings thing. But if they keep doing what they're doing, we might see a good fight on Wednesday night. Tozawa against El Idolo Andrade, the United States champ Andrade. Akira Tozawa gives Andrade a little bit more than he can handle for the most part of the match. But then again, Andrade's the U.S. champ. He's not the U.S. champ for no reason. You know, he has his tactics. He has Selena Vega. Now he has Angel Garza, Austin Theory. You know, so he has a little wolf pack that he's running with now.
Hey, Pop.
And he actually ends up hitting Akira Tozawa with the hammerlock DDT off of the top rope, finishing Akira Tozawa to pick up the victory. Then as they're getting ready to walk up the ramp, you know, there you go, he's gloating, U.S. champ. And as they start to go to walk up the ramp, the Street Profits come out. Street Profits, I believe, are one of the most animated tag teams in the WWE right now. I mean, those guys are charismatic. They're good in-ring performers. What do you think?
Good in-ring performance.
Yeah, they're good performers. Yeah. And they're the Raw Tag Team Champs. So, you know, their mic skills are second to none. Their promo skills are second to none. But they're coming out to support the one and only Bianca Belair, who just came out of NXT up to the main roster to Raw. You know, the Miss EST. And she's in there in the ring with, you know, fairly new upstart name, Santana Garrett.
Yeah.
Santana Garrett kind of reminds me a little bit of Becky Lynch when Becky Lynch first debuted out in NXT. You know, she looks a little bit like Becky, but, you know, she's just not wearing the leprechaun outfit that Becky came out wearing. So, you know, she has more like a rocker vibe, you know, with the colors of the purple and stuff like that. Kind of like I want to say maybe like a mixture between Bayley when Bayley first came out and Becky, but she looks like Becky, but she's not Becky, guys, so don't get it confused. Definitely one of the strongest, toughest, roughest, you know, on Raw right now, showing off her power. She actually had her in the suplex and started doing squats with this woman on her shoulders, ladies and gentlemen. So Bianca actually ends up giving this girl the KOD. They put her away and comes off with the victory. So then, that's the recap for Raw. Oh, not forget to mention, Drew McIntyre had a match as well with Angel Garza. Actually ended up destroying Angel Garza, picking up the victory, clipping Angel Garza's wings. He actually ran through the whole trio. He ran through Angel Garza. Claymore kicked Austin Theory. Threw Andrade out into the no audience area.
Did it.
And picked up the victory.
Slammed him.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that bell so you guys can be alerted when I drop new content. And again, this is the Gifted one. So next time on the Gifted Radical Wrestling Recap,
I'm Lijah, aka Baby Terminator.
see you guys next time.